Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Tenga Warrior figure from Hasbro. This, right off the bat, is a prime example of what I called in the previous video the magic of action figures. And that is because with this one, the Tenga Warriors in the third season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I found annoying as hell, like straight up. And the music that would play, Tenga Bye Bye, I think is the name of the track, like just really grates on me. So like I don't have any like super like attachment to these characters, the Tenga Warriors that is, except this figure is an absolute powerhouse. This is an example of something being able to completely overcome that, and you'll see that in the sections to follow. So without further explanation, let's get into this. Let's do this. Kicking things off with aesthetics, and I've got to say, this is absolutely stunning. It looks even better in person than it does in pictures. It's really hard to do it justice on camera, but I'm going to do my best. Again, for those of you who don't know, I use my phone to film these, and it's not like a top-of-the-line iPhone or Samsung or anything like that. But in any event, they really just nailed it. If you're any level of familiar with the line, you can tell that this is a completely new sculpt. They really did a lot here, and it just looks fantastic. Just every piece is new. Not only that, but really the paint is where this just really gets me. I mean, I love the color scheme, purple and teal, and then the gold, like those metallics against the matte elements of the black and purple just like really bring this to life. It looks fantastic, and there's no paint or wash or anything on the hands or the feet, but for me that doesn't detract. For some it might, but just really well done. The face, the eyes, just piercing. I know I say that a lot for well done eyes, and here that is definitely the case. And you can see right here, there's just like a little bit of metallic teal up on the crest, and the little neck piece here just looks really cool. And then you get it here on the thighs. All the battle scar on the armor is that gold, and it just really pops. It looks fantastic. They even did it on the wings with the teal. Just looks really good. Great silhouette. I think this looks better than the suits looked in the show, honestly. And I mean, look at the amount of paint on the face. It's like they heard people, like when they were saying they were kind of, the Lightning Collection was slacking a little bit with the paint, and just like, look at this. You get the little bit of black that goes into the purple, that fades into the gold. And then the face, while it's all gray, you still get those like nice eyes, and there's a nice gradual shading, just really well done. Super cool looking. Don't really get any paint on the back, but you know, as usual, who's posing their figures with their back facing. However, for photos, it might be more of a thing. You can definitely add some gold flourishes. Those should honestly be easy enough to do if you were to take that upon yourself. So yeah, overall, just stunning aesthetics. Accessories is another area where the Tenga Warrior just absolutely knocks it out of the park. My personal philosophy with army builders is you should have options, so you can kind of vary them and give your photos or displays some visual interest, because you've got a lot of the same thing going. And sometimes you want uniformity, and that's cool, but stuff like this, I think some differentiation between them really goes a long way, and you absolutely get that here. Starting off, I'm going to come from the figure towards the camera. First, we get these big long wing pieces, and you know, again with the teal tips, and these come in the very back of the box. You can't really put those back in if you're like me and like to keep the boxes for the accessories to hold them. We're not really going to work here, but you get the big voluptuous wings, and then you also get a set of shorter wings, so like kind of retracted, so to speak. So that's really cool. And as you can see, like just a lot smaller than the larger ones I have on it right now. Same thing with the teal paint on the end. So consistency is there. Then we got our hands. We have claw hands right out of the box. They look really cool, really well sculpted. As I said before, no paint or wash or anything like that, but you know, you can add that if you want. And then you get two fists, looks really cool. Again, giving you options. They're sculpted really well. The fists are made correctly. For forget what figure it was that came out in the past couple of years where the fists weren't done correctly and just looked weird. I think it was a Venom Pool, actually. I digress. Going on from that, then we get a cool effects piece. We get a lightning effect, and this time it is in a like kind of white pearlescent color. There's some purples in there. I don't think that's showing up on camera at all. Again, like there's a lot of depth to the visuals with this figure that I think you really need to experience in person. And then finally, we get this really cool pearlescent egg. I can't remember the application of this in the show, so I'm gonna have to revisit that, but really nice. And there's a couple of holes in it, which I gather, I'm guessing, I could be wrong here, but I think these are so it can hold them a little more easily. So got his little thumb there, and just put that in the hole, and he holds a little more sturdily. So pretty sure that's what that's for. If not, correct me in the comments. So we're about to put some magic back up on the screen in a second, because the articulation is another area where the Tenga Warrior is hashtag killing it here, because they really did a lot here. They didn't have to, and just it's fantastic. So let's go over it. Starting head to toe as we do. With the head, we got a ball joint, probably a ball hinge, I'm assuming. I haven't taken that off yet, but you get full range of motion coming around. Not only that, but in the head, you actually have the articulated beak. That's a great addition. Again, another thing they didn't have to do, but did. There's a lot of love in this figure. So that's awesome. Then, not only that, but you get really generous butterfly joints here, which really allow you to kind of get some like really cool flying poses, stuff like that. So really well done there. Then you have your arms that come up into your T-pose, so you get pretty high there. You get your bicep swivel. You get your single jointed elbows, but they come pretty much exactly 90. And those don't turn at all. Those are just straight up 90-degree turn. Then you get your swivel and hinge at the wrists. And again, these wings just do not hinder anything. You get full range of motion even with the large wings. So worth noting, as has been the case with all of the Lightning Collection figures, you get your ball hinge up here in the diaphragm. So you're getting all around that way. Then you get your crunch down here more at the waist. So you get really generous forward, super generous back, which is really good for them being punched and kind of moved around. Also for flying poses. Then you get your hips proper, and you get really nice splits going on there. So fantastically done there, especially for such a bulky figure. You get a thigh swivel. You get double jointed knees, coming up really high, almost fold in half. Then no boot cut, but you do get that little joint, that kind of ball hinge here at the ankle, which has been a really nice way of getting around figures that aren't able to have a boot cut due to the sculpt. So really cool there. Some really generous forward, which makes up a little bit for the fact that you can't really point, again, because of the sculpt of the armor here on the back. And then you get your pivot. So really generous pivot at that, and that is in spite of this, the sculpt on these bracer pieces. So that's articulation. Getting into how the Tenga Warrior sizes up, here they are with some other Lightning Collection figures. Here they are with some other Hasbro figures. Here they are with some SH Figuarts and Storm collectibles. Here they are with some other monsters. And finally, here they are with an Articulated Icons Oni and yours truly as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on Tenga Warrior is that this is an absolute powerhouse of a figure. Honestly, for a figure of a character or group of characters that I didn't particularly care for and borderline was just completely annoyed by, they really brought it with this, and it's just such a fantastic figure. Between the sculpt, the paint, the articulation, just everything works together so beautifully. It's a gorgeous looking figure and like a great figure to play with. So, I mean, I could not recommend this more. Not only that, but it is currently hitting pegs in Targets and Walmarts and all your normal stores, as well as online. Mine showed up in my pile of loot on Big Bad Toy Store just a few days ago, which is why I'm reviewing it now. So get out there and see if you can find it. If not, I will have links in the description below for where you can find your own Tenga warrior. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you found this review somewhat entertaining and certainly informative. And I do reviews every Thursday, so at least once a week, possibly two when I've got more to do and have a little bit more time to do these. So please check out my other videos, and if you like what you see, like, comment, and absolutely subscribe. I'm trying to hit some goals before the end of the year, and I'm making some good headway, but I can't get to the subscriber goal I need to hit without you. So please hit that subscribe button, and I will be improving these videos as time goes on, and I hope you get to see that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I guess in closing, take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.